This video demonstrates good practices using comments and white space for formatting. So let's start by using a multi-line comment to define a program. This program will output the weekly wage based on the user's hourly wage and the hours worked per week. Next, we can start by putting in the basic code used by all C++ programs, which is the int main and a return 0. Okay, we can compile and see what happens. Let's clear this first. Compile wage.cpp and execute. And nothing has output, which is correct because right now the program is just int main and return 0. The compiler ignores the multi-line comment. Okay, so now we can use single-line comments to further define our program, and this is useful simply for organizing what you need to do in your program. So we know that we're going to be outputting a weekly wage, so let's just copy, paste, output the weekly wage, and it's based on the user's hourly wage and the hours worked per week. Now we can once again compile the program and execute, and we see once again nothing has output. The compiler, we already mentioned, has ignores the multi-line comments. Additionally, it also ignores the single-line comments, each of these guys. So now we've got a basic flow for our program. It's kind of like the program logic here. So we want to output the weekly wage. Well, in order to do that, we need to get the user's hourly wage. So that's going to have to happen first. We also need to get the user's hours worked per week. So let's put those first. So first we do these two, which are getting input from the user, and then we'll output. So it sounds like we're going to be needing to use C in, C out. And when we use those, we need to include the IO stream, as well as use the namespace standard. Looking good so far. Let's save, compile, and execute. And nothing so far. That's fine. So let's start with our very first. Let's get the user's hourly wage. So we'll say hourly wage will be a variable, and we'll get that hourly wage. Sounds good. Let's compile, execute. It seems to be waiting. We can put in like 10. Alright, that's fine. Add a little bit of a context. What is your hourly wage? And easily test by compiling and executing. We'll say 10. Alright, that's fine, but is it correctly getting the value hourly wage? I'm a bit skeptical. So let's write in hourly wage, compile, execute, 10, and we got the output 10. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, now what else do we need? We need to get the hours per week. And we could ask the person, how many hours per week do you work? And then they will give us the hours per week. Okay. 10, and we'll say 40 hours a week. Seems fine. Let's make sure, just to be certain, that the hours per week is correct. We'll save, compile, execute, 10, 40, and 40. Good. So now all we have to do is output the weekly wage. So we'll say you make about, and then what is the wage? It's the hours, copy paste, times, so we got the hourly wage times the number of hours in a week. And we'll save and execute. We'll say 10, 40, make about $400. That looks pretty good. We can just add a little bit of extra spacing on the output as well as make the output into a complete sentence. Save, compile, and execute. And that looks good.